Trigger warning, this video does talk a lot about self-harm and substance abuse, so if you are not feeling like you can handle listening to that right now, please stop the video, close the tab, and go find something else. I'm even going to link cat videos that are adorable in the description, so you can look at those, and maybe even cute puppy videos. We'll see. Hey y'all, I'm Teague, and this week we are talking about self-harm and substance abuse. So, I have talked about this a lot recently. Not completely sure why this has been coming up so much recently, but it has. Yeah, I'm going to talk about alternatives to self-harm. So things that you can do instead, or to help relieve the want to self-harm. A bit of my history with self-harm. I've been struggling with dealing with self-harm and substance abuse for about 12 years. 12 years. It's not something that is easy to handle. There's a lot of shame around it. There's a lot of people who just don't understand. And there are a lot of different kinds. As far as things that I myself do to help alleviate the want to self-harm or anything else, I will think about what I have that I am proud of. Something that I've used a lot is getting a red pen and scribbling with it wherever it is that I'm wanting to self-harm. Like literally taking a red pen and just drawing everywhere. It helps so much because you get, especially like if you are someone who would hit yourself or cut or stuff like that, because you still get the pressure of drawing, but it won't do any harm to you. Better to use washable markers. You can end up having to be careful that your alternative isn't still harming you. One of the alternatives that I found really was harming myself a lot. And I have a lot of more health problems now because of it. Because I was using martial arts as a coping mechanism. And my training got to the point that it was no longer just training to get better. It was training until I could not stand, until I could not move, until I couldn't even do that form that I was pushing myself on for another week because I couldn't properly do the moves because I was in so much pain. Those kind of things are not healthy alternatives. They are not what you want to be doing to alleviate the want. So I found literally a list of self-harm alternatives that I'm just going to read you some of them that I like. Scribble on photos of people in magazines. Viciously stab an orange. Throw squishy things against walls like socks, bunched up. Go outside and scream as loud as you possibly can. It helps, trust me. Tear apart newspaper or paper in general. Be careful of paper cuts. listen to music and sing along as loud as you can. Pretend like no one else is there. Pop bubble wrap. It's way more soothing than most people would think, and generally you'll start giggling. In my experience, at least. Scribble on a piece of paper until you've covered the entire thing. Go for a run, or if you are someone like me who can't do running, go for a long walk. Just if it's at night, bring a flashlight, so just in case you'll have something to help you find your way back. Build a fort of pillows and destroy it. Make or obtain a cloth doll, or even like a special stuffed animal that you can do to what you want to do to yourself. Break a stick repeatedly. Just destroy it. Fill a mason jar or another similar jar with colored water, glitter, random toys like little army men. When you're feeling really upset or angry, shake it up really, really good, and focus on the glitter settling. Or really, you could just use a snow globe, but you also have the satisfaction that you made that thing. Some things that can help with like that sensation, some alternatives that may help are hold ice in your hands or against your arm or in your mouth or on your tummy or your leg or wherever it is that you want to harm yourself. Run your hands under the coldest possible water you can get. Just be careful that it's not too cold and they don't go numb. Oh, putting glue on your hands, like Elmer's glue, like school glue, and then waiting for it all to dry and then peeling off that layer of glue. Take a either really, really hot shower or really, really cold shower. I just read one that I actually used to do a lot back in middle school. So Tiger Balm, it's kind of like icy hot. It has the like cooling, burning sensation. It's kind of an expensive alternative, but rubbing that on where you want to cut or hurt, however you are wanting to hurt it, it tingles and it gives, it's a muscle relaxant and it has a tingling sensation and it helps somewhat, at least. These are alternatives that will take up time and distract you. Go outside, play a game, clean, organize. For me, organizing helps a lot because if the things around me are chaotic, like unfortunately in my room they currently are because I moved in a week ago. Cleaning and organizing can help a lot. Go to a park, call a friend, talk to them about what's going on. If you are having a really hard time and want to avoid harming yourself, instead of carrying around whatever it is that you use to harm yourself, if you do carry something, then instead of that, carry around something safe. I have a toy pocket in my backpack. It has like a little army man and a bunch of like little tiny stuffies and stuff like that, and like I think it has a bouncy ball and like random dice and stuff. It's really glorious to help distract me. Watch a movie, draw, play game, knit or craft in general. Crafting can be very helpful if you need to get out some anxiety and stress. Learn to swear in other languages. It definitely is very time consuming. Just go onto Google Translate and start typing in swear words. It's way too much fun. A lot of them aren't actually very accurate, but it's still fun. Or just Google search swear words in other languages. Alternatives to helping you sort through your feelings. Talking to a friend. Negotiating with yourself. Writing your feelings down. Free writing, which is pretty much just write down whatever you think at that moment, even if it doesn't make sense. Call a hotline. I will put links to ones in the description. Write a letter to someone about how you feel, or if it involves them, why you are feeling this way towards them. I've never thought of doing this before.
Doing what?
Take a small bottle of red liquid food coloring and warm it slightly by dropping it into hot water a few times. Uncap the bottle and press the tip against the place you want to cut. Draw the bottle in a cutting motion while squeezing it lightly and let the food coloring trickle out. It says alternatives that are completely bizarre, at least you'll have a laugh. Crawl on all fours and bark like a dog or another animal.
Or you could make like strange caveman grunting noises.
What the hell?
Masturbation is a good one.
I'm not going to bring that up.
Okay.
I'm awkward, though.